What is up, y'all? It's your girl Slush, and today we are going to be covering how to adjust our jump ropes with or without tools, permanently or temporarily. So, we are going to start with two types of jump ropes. We have the beaded jump rope here, which, as you can tell, they are made out of beads, just like that, and the PVC jump ropes that looks like spaghetti. But there are many types of jump ropes, so I just want to make sure that I do, like mention this because different types of jump ropes are adjusted in different ways. But in this video, we're going to cover it in two different ways, and I'll show you how to either temporarily do it or permanently do it. So we are going to start out with the beaded jump rope. All right. With the beaded jump rope, you are going to need to use some scissors if you are certain that you have concluded to the final length that you want. For me personally, when I started out doing jump ropes, I pretty much discovered that when you're learning how to jump rope, you tend to use a longer rope. And as you get more experienced and you get faster and you get to do more tricks, it's very normal that your jump rope gets shorter. So, with that said, people who are experienced already know what kind of length or preference that they have. And if you're not that experienced, that's okay. I'm going to show you a semi-temporary way to also go about this so it's not permanent. So with the handle, you are going to take the rope from here. You're going to push it out. And as you can see, there are two parts to this. There is the knot, which stops the rope from flying out. And there is the washer. So the washer is the piece that helps block, it honestly acts as a swivel without having a swivel, if that makes sense. So if you lose the washer and you just add the knots, it's not the end of the world. It will still work. You might have to add a larger knot, but it's still going to work. So it's very, very manual. And the first thing you're going to do is you're going to unknot the knot, remove the washer. And when you remove the washer, you are going to take out the handle. So once you remove the handle, some people know exactly how many beads they want to remove. If you're not sure, what you're going to do is you're going to just start out by, maybe just get like a handful of beads. Like, what is this? 8 inches. You're going to remove that. And this is also very manual, guys. This is not very rocket science. It's just very manual. And what you're going to do with that being gone, you are going to put the rope back in here. When you take the rope out from the handle, it's very important that you don't add the knot super tight like this. You want to make sure that you give it some slack. The reason why you want to give it some slack is because if you knot it like this, where there's barely any space, the rope gets really, really stiff, and this becomes very, very difficult to use. Unless this is your preference, of course, like why not? But, generally speaking, you do want some slack. So, for example, this is the slack that we decide on. The next thing we're going to do is add the washer. We're literally just reversing. We're literally just reversing what we did. So what you remove, you're going to put back, minus the beads, of course. So with a simple knot, just like that, the washer, you are good to go. So you're probably wondering, well, what happens to the extra length? Here's the part where you can make it permanent or temporary. What I like to suggest is for you to at least try the rope out. Whenever you're also doing beaded ropes, you don't need to do it on both sides because you can just adjust one length and the entire rope is going to be adjusted anyway. So check that out. And after you give it a few jumps, give it a few swings, if it makes sense, you can go ahead and cut it with a scissor. If you're out and about and maybe you don't have scissors or a nail clipper, you can just knot it again in any way you'd like. Even if you want to do this, and you can just shorten the rope temporarily. So that is how you would adjust a beaded rope. Also, I totally forgot to mention that once you cut the rope, it is going to be very normal for little pieces of the rope or the fiber to kind of look like they're fraying. If you do have a lighter around, go ahead and just run the rope through the lighter for about 2 to 3 seconds so that you can seal the rope. And for the next part, we are going to be talking about how to adjust your PVC jump ropes. By default, I can confidently say that most PVC jump ropes have the same mechanism. And in my own words, I like to call these the snap locks, which it is made out of 2 pieces. There is the male and the female portion. And for you to adjust your PVC rope, what you're going to do is the same thing as the beaded rope. You're going to push out the rope and you are going to pull down. And as you can see, there is the female and the male. So this is probably even easier because what you can do is you can just slide the rope and slide the male part down all the way to whatever length you think you're going to like the rope in. And afterwards, you just snap it back just like that. And your rope is shorter. Again, if you don't have scissors near you, that's totally okay. This is actually a great way for you to at least test it out, see if you like the length, because remember, once you cut it, you've cut it. So yeah, guys, hopefully this video helped you out. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe, all that good stuff, because it really helps my channel do better and reach other people. Bye!